Hello, Tie Riders once again, and I'm double posting. I'll probably be triple posting because I got a lot of shit I wanted to talk about. I already got out what I wanted to say about people in Obama. Another thing I want to get off my chest: melodramatic reviewers. First, should I say melodramatic moviegoers? For one, these people are fucking stupid. For one, they always consider movies that really aren't as bad as they seem, movies that they talk about are so disturbing and so relentless, so bad that you'll never ever watch it again. Case in point, this movie right here. What is so fucking bad about this movie? How is this a movie you cannot watch again? I've seen it like 20 fucking times. But some people are like, the final montage is so disturbing that I couldn't sleep for a week. I've seen that fucking montage. If you're referring to the montage after the scene where Tyrone and where these two right here are stuck in jail screaming their heads off and the bars are rattling and shit. If you're talking about that, there's nothing bad about that. The scene before that is weird. That scene is kind of weird, but I've seen this movie like 20 fucking times, and I don't see what's so disturbing about it. Even my mom doesn't find it disturbing. I showed it to her. She just said it was really weird. Anyways, what happens? Okay, I'll go ahead and spoil the ending for you, for those of you who have seen this movie. What exactly happens at the final montage? Basically, the plot is simply about people who are addicted to things that utterly destroy their lives, and it takes them down this crazy emotional roller coaster. They go downhill. The final montage involves them basically going in a downward spiral, as Marlon Wayans' character Tyrone is in jail, and he's forced to work and stir up some food. Okay, how is that disturbing? How is stirring up food disturbing? She becomes a whore. She does this really hot ass-to-ass scene, which is basically just a lubricated double dildo in between her and a girl's ass, which is that's actually hot. She winds up getting these electric shocks. I mean, she looks like she came out of fucking Exorcist. So it looks a little freaky, but it's still not disturbing. His arm got infected from too many shots of heroin in the same spot. So he goes to the other room and he gets his arm severed off. I mean, his arm doesn't get severed off till the end of the montage. Till the very end of the montage. And I think it's fucking ridiculous that people are considering this such a disturbing movie that you'll never ever watch it again. As I said before, I've watched this movie 20 fucking times, and I don't see what the problem is. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it's not disturbing. It just doesn't live up to the hype that it receives. So, put this away. Another case in point, a movie I rented earlier. Old Boy. Okay, no. There are a bunch of people that referred this movie to me. It is rented. There are a bunch of people that referred this movie to me because, I'm the kind of guy that's into psychological torture, and I'm into the kind of movies that make you feel uncomfortable. So I checked this movie out. Channel Reviews referred to this. He was doing a spotlight on Kitty Cat. When he freaked out, she fell asleep. You don't fall asleep watching Old Boy. Actually, you know what? I feel kind of bad, but I fell asleep about 5 minutes in. I didn't fall asleep. It was more of a catnap for me. I didn't fall asleep through the whole movie. I fell asleep at the part when he starts eating that octopus. He starts eating the squid. But you know what? This movie is not a head trip. The only thing I found really fucked up about this is the fact that it involves incest. There's a scene when the dude cuts his tongue out. I've seen that. It's called Ichi the Killer. each of the killer had, I mean, they had more of the leave it in your mind as to how bad it is imagination. So you basically show his face, he's like, and cuts his tongue out. And surprisingly, it's not. This is also a good movie. I think it's really good. But as far as it being disturbing and dark, no, it's not. There's some funny scenes that are unintentionally funny that, you know, crack me up anyways. Another one. I do not have the DVD, but I've got the books that it came from. And I know, here we are. If you can't see this, look here. Now, nope. Most people are disturbed by the movie's ending. And those of you who haven't seen it, basically the main character who becomes a bad guy and later he turns into a giant blob of shit. Hold on, let me show you. This is the last book, by the way. No, here we are. See? I mean, this is not how it happens in the movie, but it's close enough. See, I find the book disturbing because there was more things in here. There's more things in the book that are kind of fucked up compared to the movie. Now, in both, he turns into a blob of shit. In the other one, he turns into the baby first, and then they use some powers. They use their powers to turn him into a blob of shit, so he can't maintain human form, and they shoot him and cause that big explosion. Slips my mind. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Just the fact that I'm trying to point out that people need to stop being so fucking melodramatic. You spoil a movie that way. I mean, fuck, people are all amazed by 300. I thought that movie was a crock of shit. Number one, its ending sucked. Number two, the dialogue was fucking cheesy as hell. Number three, there were fucking slow motion scenes up the ass. They had slow motion scenes up the ass. Don't get me wrong, you know, I hate Frank Miller movies anyways, so I guess you're probably wondering why I'm even questioning this. I want to see Watchmen. I've never read the comics. They say it's one of the greatest it's the greatest comic ever made. The comic to end all comics. Really, if that were the case, then we wouldn't be making comics anymore. So whoever says that needs to shoot themselves right now. But I'm going to give that movie a chance. It looks interesting. And I just went past 8 minutes. Man, this thing is fast. Anyways, this is Ty Writers. Catch you later. I'll probably do another one.